The Xbox One. No, not that one. The other one. Yes, that one. Was released on November 15th, 2001. According to Wikipedia, there are 1,047 games released for the OG Xbox, and that's including all regions. With so many games released, you're bound to have a ton of amazing titles such as the first Splinter Cell. This was one of the first to push the Xbox's hardware to its limit with great graphics, physics, and lighting effects. As developers got better creating games and utilizing the hardware more accurately, the games started to get even better looking. The later Splinter Cell games are proof of that. Then you get games like Morrowind, that are so big and massive that it's not even possible to play it on a PlayStation 2 or GameCube. With all that being said, I'm JurassicNinja, and this is 5 games that push the Xbox's hardware to the limit. The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay is a first-person action stealth video game developed by Starbreeze Studios and published by Vivendi Universal Games. It was released in North America on June 1st, 2004, shortly before the Chronicles of Riddick movie. You play as Riddick, who is portrayed by Vin Diesel. And just as the title suggests, you need to escape Butcher Bay, a maximum security prison from which no prisoner has ever escaped. The game is a prequel to the first film in the Riddick series, Pitch Black. Escape from Butcher Bay was praised for its stunning visuals for a movie tie-in game. The aliasing is a bit bad at times, but the lighting and shadow effects are what make this game shine. It really does look stunning for a 2004 console game. The actual gameplay is really fun too. Doom 3 is a survival horror first-person shooter video game developed by id Software and published by Activision for Windows PC in 2004. Then later ported over to the Xbox by Vicarious Visions on April 3rd, 2005. Doom 3 is essentially a reboot of the series set on Mars in the year 2145. You are employed to work in a scientific research facility that researches into the fields such as teleportation, biological research, and advanced weapon design. However, the teleportation experiments inadvertently open up a gateway to hell, resulting in a catastrophic invasion by demons. The game overall is extremely dark, but that is what makes it so scary. Just as Riddick, Doom 3 has great shadow and lighting effects. It also has way better aliasing than Riddick did. It's a near perfect port from the Windows version and is so much fun to play. Far Cry Instincts is a first-person shooter video game developed and published by Ubisoft for the Xbox. It was released on September 27, 2005 and is kind of a remake of the Windows PC Far Cry. Instincts is a lot less open world and more linear due to the Xbox's hardware not being as good as a computer. This prevented the full rendering of the Windows version's vast islands and landscapes. This doesn't mean Instincts is a bad-looking game though. It's actually extremely impressive for a console game of its time. With its vast landscapes, far draw distances, impressive game physics, and awesome bold vivid colors, it's a masterpiece in its own right. I never actually played this version until now, and I had a hard time putting the controller down. It was really fun. Ninja Gaiden Black, or Gaiden, however you want to say it, is a reworked compilation of Ninja Gaiden and the 2 Hurricane packs. It's an action-adventure game developed by Team Ninja for Xbox, released on March 2nd, 2004. The game features several new in-game cutscenes and uses Hurricane Pack 1 as its story mode on hard and higher difficulties. Black was tweaked to be more difficult than its original version, Ninja Gaiden. Several bosses, such as the Spirit Doku and the Dark Disciple, attack faster and with greater aggression. Black adds a variety of new foes to make the gameplay even harder. Graphically, this game looks stunning. The animations are so smooth and fluid looking. The scenery looks incredible and the building interiors are all well designed. The graphics look sharp and crisp and with very little aliasing. A truly difficult game, but it's incredibly fun to play. Half-Life 2 is a first-person shooter video game developed and published by Valve Corporation and released on November 16, 2004 for the Windows PC, then later ported to the Xbox on November 17, 2005. This is probably one of the best-looking Xbox titles I have ever played. The character models look nearly as good as they did on Windows PC. The environments look incredible and, well, the whole damn game just looks stunning. However, with all this beauty, there is some drawbacks. Just as the original Half-Life on Dreamcast, there's a ton of random loading screens and some awful frame rate, especially when you're outdoors. With all that being said, it didn't dampen my enjoyment for this amazing game. Of course, it's available on PC, Xbox 360, and PS3 now, so just play those versions instead. But for the time, this Xbox release was a very good port and truly pushing the Xbox's hardware to the limit. The Xbox was a fantastic console, being the first one to incorporate a hard drive, built-in Ethernet port, and the amazing Xbox Live experience. It wasn't long for Sony's PlayStation to copy Microsoft's moves. The Xbox offers tons and tons of hardware limit pushing games, and I plan to cover more in the future. This was my 5 games that pushed the Xbox's hardware to the limits. Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, and ring that bell. Thank you so much, and see you next time.